As the world turns.
It's that Ida kept her word about not telling Lily she was her mother.
Oh, not yet. Not yet. She's waiting until she's turned the child completely against me.
Nobody's turning the child against you, Lucinda.
Oh, Ambrose, is it normal for a young girl to leave her mother and go and become a farmerette when offered $250,000 to shrug her shoulders and go back to mucking out the barn?
Well, Lily's never been very much of a materialistic child.
Well, she is being brainwashed by that pushy little redhead. And she's not the only one around here, either. Ida's got Craig around her little finger. Yeah. I know how, too, because she's sleeping with him. I know that. Well, it'll just be a matter of time before she controls him as she controlled Tad all those years. She's not subtle, but hand it to her. She is effective.
Look, Lily, I know you're mad at me, but you can't keep avoiding me every time I walk into a room.
I'm not avoiding you, Meg. I just didn't want your mother walking in on us when I was telling you exactly what I thought of you.
Thank you for not telling my mother that I went to Santa Fe.
You were so sweet. You were just so sweet. You hoped that I heard from Dusty real soon, and the whole time you knew exactly where he was.
No, I didn't. It was just a hunch.
Why didn't you go out there after him, Meg?
Because I knew if you or Dr. Dixon went out there, he'd run away again.
Oh, and you thought he was going to listen to you?
Yes. I wanted to get him to come back home, honest. You've got to believe me.
Well, I don't believe you. Okay, I don't believe you. I'm never going to believe anything else you say to me, Meg.
Why are you being so mean? I just wanted to help Dusty and you.
Yourself. Yourself. You wanted to help yourself, Meg.
No, I was trying to get him to come back home, and I did. Why do you think I went out there?
You went out there to get Dusty into bed. And you did.
Emily's going with Grandma and Granddad.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Mr. Hughes would have liked it.
Yeah. Boy, it's very important not to take anything for granted, isn't it?
Well, are you kidding? Every single second with you is a miracle.
It's terrible for people to end up with regrets, you know. Things they wish they could have said or done, or things they wish they hadn't. I guess that's why Nancy's so incredibly strong. She has no regrets.
Well, I promise you the same thing. No regrets.
Do you think tonight we can finally find time to have that nice long talk?
Yeah, but I think we better get to the chapel. You know how much I love you, huh?
Darling, I'll wait out in the car with Penny and Mary.
Mom?
Yes, dear. I know. The best of us. That's what you children are.
It's time to go.
Would you give me just a moment alone, please?
Sure, Mom. We'll be outside.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris, for every moment we shared.
This portion brought to you today by Ultra Peppers. Even when they're wet, they're dry. And by Lemon Fresh Joy. One little squirt puts the squeeze on dirt.
Introducing a breakthrough in dryness. A diaper so revolutionary that even when it's wet, it's dry. Incredible new Ultra Pampers. What makes Ultra Pampers so incredible? It's the only diaper with a thin lock-away core. Watch. Regular diapers can keep wetness next to baby skin, so when they're wet. Only Ultra Pampers' thin lock-away core takes wetness and locks it away from baby skin. That's why you can make the diaper this wet, but you can't squeeze it out. See? Even when they're wet, they're dry. It's the newest member of the Pampers Blue Waste Shield family. Incredible new Ultra Pampers. Even when they're wet, they're dry. The driest ever.
Expecting company?
The Fuss Budget Trio. Look at this mess.
Yuck, lasagna.
Here goes nothing.
Why use that? Listen to Sudsy Lemon. Use my Joy. We've got muscle. Look, on tough foods like this, Joy is the best cleaning lemon brand.
Mine didn't cut it.
Joy left its dish sparkling.
Remarkable shine.
Susan's not such a fussbud.
What was that, Susan?
Of all lemon brands, Joy cleans best down to the shine. It's a nice reflection on you and me.
Honey, I'm home. Honey. We have a power failure?
No, I just thought we'd spend a romantic evening. Alone.
As in no kids?
No kids?
You can eat fresh with me.
I'm trying.
You smell great. New powder.
No, it's my new secret powder fresh scent.
Secret. Isn't this the stuff that's strong enough for a guy?
Uh-huh.
No guy I know wants to smell powder fresh.
That's okay. It's pH balanced for women. Hey, it isn't very romantic to talk about antiperspirants, is it?
I agree.
Are you getting fresh with me?
I'm trying.
New secret powder fresh scent. Strong enough for a man, but definitely made for a woman.
Well, if Craig's romantically involved with Iva, no wonder you're so dead set against her.
Ha, ha, ha. He can romance her until the cows come home, and I don't care. I have no feelings for him anymore.
Then why are you going to such great lengths to put him out of business with that new management consultant branch of Walsh Enterprises?
I'm simply giving my new son-in-law a chance to strut his stuff.
Oh, and to knock Craig's sales out of business?
He'll come crawling back with his tail between his legs.
Excuse me, I hope I'm not intruding. Jane wasn't at her desk.
Oh, hello, Tad. I'm so glad you came by. Mother? I've got something I want you to do. Darling! Oh, from there to... Gosh, how perfect, how appropriate, how gray for the funeral. Would you like to borrow my earrings?
No, mine are fine.
They might look...
Barbara Ryan.
Look, I need your help. I need your advice about something. Lily's birthday is coming up, her 17th birthday. And no matter what, I want to give her a party. I really do, and I'm afraid that whatever I suggest, she's going to say no to.
Oh, well, then why don't I suggest it?
I see.
Would you?
Sure.
Thank you, my darling. What a splendid idea. Just find out what she really wants.
Yeah, sure. I'll go by the farm after the service.
No, don't. No, not the farm. Not today, anyway. I understand that Craig will be there having a swimming date with Iva.
I see.
Now, come on. Be brave. Be brave. Wait it out. You know what? Maybe this will be very good for your marriage with Tonio, right? Things will be happier once you get Craig out of your mind forever. I mean, there's no point in worrying about things if they not come to fruition, is there?
But, Wally, if it does rain, we should probably cancel the plans for pouring the concrete tomorrow.
Mr. Andropoulos already ordered delivery.
Yeah, but they're predicting heavy rain, so, I mean, he may change his mind. You know, he's very careful.
So I've noticed. Got to say, I'm real impressed with your boss.
Oh, good. We'll put in a few good words for him with Tad Channing, will you?
If I see him, he's heading back to L.A. tomorrow.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Hey, how are you? Hi.
Hi. You on your way to the memorial service?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to come by later for a swim?
I'm going to do my best.
Oh, your best is always good enough for me.
Well, I better get going. Mama's going to be...
Tonio and Sierra?
Yep.
Well, you'll get through it.
You always make me feel better, you know that?
That's good. Somebody else said that to me today.
Who? I got competition? Who is he?
No, it's not a him. It's a her. Lily.
Oh, that's okay, because I taught Lily all about the finer things in life. You're very important to me, lady.
Good.
Look, Lily, you've got to understand.
I understand a lot more than you think, Meg. You know, I gotta hand it to you. When you want something badly enough, you just go right out there and get it. I almost admire you. Almost. Almost. Obviously, Dusty does, too.
You want to tell me you didn't go after Holden?
Okay. Okay, I went after Holden when I found out you were out there with Dusty.
What happened?
He left me. Okay, he left me. He walked away from me just like everybody else in my life. Are you satisfied? Ugh.
Lily, I want to be your friend if you'll let me.
Nice friend.
Please. Okay. Okay. Can I count on you not to tell anyone I went out to Santa Fe, especially not Iva?
Don't count on me for anything, Meg.
You gotta promise.
Meg?
I thought I heard your voice. But how on earth did you get home? Holden didn't go to pick you up. I love fresh, clean smells. But put too many together, and sometimes it's too much. Well, not for me. Now there's new unscented Ivory shampoo and conditioner for fabulous hair without the fragrance. Try new unscented Ivory.
I don't use fabric softener anymore. Thanks to Bold 3 detergent with built-in fabric softener. Sounds great, but I use liquids. I get cleaning, softening, and static control all in one box.
Why don't they bottle it?
Who needs separate products?
I wish they'd bottle it.
We heard you, and we bottled it. Introducing Liquid Bold 3, a stain-fighting detergent and full-strength fabric softener specially formulated to work together for
Cleaning so good.
It got out that gravy stain. They bottled it.
Softening so good.
Towels feel and smell terrific. They bottled it.
Static control so good.
Socks don't stick. They bottled it.
Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener. So good, we bottled it.
You know, soft cleansers are a great idea, except for one thing. They don't clean that well.
Introducing one that does. Now there's a new soft cleanser that cleans so well it lets the shine come through. New Mr. Clean Soft Cleanser with an active formula that actually cuts through grease and grime on contact. So new Mr. Clean cleans better.
He safely cleans with lots of muscle and lets the shine come through.
You're quite a man.
The better cleaning soft cleanser. New from Mr. Clean.
Anyone who thinks jazz is cool ought to see my group when we're really hot.
Give your body the best.
Safeguard, the most deodorant soap lather you can get to clean odor away with the most deodorant soap protection you can get to help keep odor away.
Hey, that's important, because nobody wants to end their evening on a sour note.
Give your body the best with Safeguard.
Mr. Hogle had to go into town for supplies, so I figured I'd catch a ride with him, save home the trip.
That was very thoughtful of you. No. And I'm so glad to see you. I missed you.
Yeah, I'm glad to be home.
I don't know. You don't look as rested as I thought you would. Did you and Dargis Hogle sit up all night and talk about boys?
Well, not exactly. I saw Holden's office. Well, Mr. Channing's office, but I think that's just great.
How did you know that Holden was working for Mr. Channing? That just happened, and you don't have a phone up at the Hogle camp.
Well, I was doing some window shopping in town, you know, one of those fancy stores, and I ran into Mrs. Walsh, and she told me.
Hello, Sheldon. What do you know? What do you say?
Listen, you're not going to be in a great mood when you find out what this little sojourn in Oakdale is really going to cost you.
Not a pittance, my friend. Not after what I stumbled onto. A pot of pure gold. Rainbow attached. I've got Lucinda Walsh right where I want her. Not many men can say that and live to tell the tale.
It's depressing, the discrepancies between these ledgers and the ones you doctored.
Holden Snyder will take the blame for that.
Oh, really? I suppose you'd like him to make up the losses as well.
Why not?
$3 million?
Guess he'll have to go to jail. And, of course, the Snyders will lose the farm. How sad. I'd love to see the expression on Iva's face when she finds out just how bad an enemy she's made.
Dad, I really don't care for any of this.
Sheldon, you're beginning to sound like an old woman. And I'm in the mood for a young woman. Young and delectable.
Keep your mind on business.
Actually, this is business. You want me to set you up with her?
One of your paramours?
Not anymore. I'm tired of her favors.
Oh, I'd really like to, but my wife would kill me.
How dull. Oh, maybe she saved me the trouble.
Hi, Miss Channing.
Ah, the eager young executive on the rise. Come in, Holden. Come in.
Thanks. How you doing, Mr. Harper?
How are you?
Good. Well, I said you're doing your homework, familiarizing yourself with our books.
Yeah, that's what I'm here to talk to you about. I found a few entries that don't seem to jive with the records.
How's Tom holding up?
Oh, he's doing pretty good. They had a very special relationship, Tom and Chris. You know, when Lisa and Bob were splitting up, Tom was just a little boy, and Tom went to Chris and said that he wanted to become a lawyer so that he could put a stop to all divorces. Chris is very proud of Tom.
You know, I'm glad you two got back together before,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I loved him just about as much as Tom did.
Well, you never forget the people that you love. They're always with you no matter what.
You're right. You are so right.
Hey, did you tell the family about the baby yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just don't want everyone to think that that's why we got back together again. Because it wasn't.
Well, it's not a bad reason. I mean, if there's a whole lot of love to go along with it.
There's a whole lot of love.
Excuse me, we're not late, are we?
No. Hello, Tonio.
Hello. Well, I better get inside. Good to see you. Excuse me.
Barbara, accept my sympathies.
Thank you.
Hey, Earl, bless his heart. He drove me out to the airport to meet Grant.
I'm so glad that you could come.
I had to, Margaret. Where's Tom?
He's inside. He's going to come and get me before the service starts.
You look a little pale, Margaret. You all right?
Oh, I'm fine, Earl. Thank you.
Grant. Oh, thank you for coming. I wouldn't have missed being here for anything. Yeah, Chris was a partner and a dear friend. One of the finest men I ever knew.
Me too.
How you doing, darling?
Oh, I'm hanging in, Mom.
Oh.
How are you, all right?
Okay. Well, shall we go inside?
You know, you're a pretty fine man yourself, Thomas Christopher Hughes. No wonder Chris was so proud of you.
You know, I just wish we told him about the baby.
Mom, first you tell us kids we grow up too fast. Then you give us our grown-up diet drink. Does that make any sense? No! We want our own sugar-free drink. Sugar-free Kool-Aid. There's only one with that Kool-Aid taste that's like so cool.
And with vitamin C and 100% NutraSweet.
Didn't you love Kool-Aid when you were kids just like us? Kool-Aid! The one sugar-free for kids.
No cling nightgowns. Jump! No cling skirts. Jump! No cling to most anything. Jump! 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 Bounce, but no cling things you can't wait to jump into. Jump! Feel the touch. Jump it! You are the one, so smooth and free around me. Jump! 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 Bounce, but no cling things you can't wait to jump into. Jump!
That's the best one yet, and the best is what it's all about.
Uncle, can I have a chocolate chip cookie now?
Yeah, honey, the best tasting kind. Duncan Hines and Ann on Pearl 1, 2. They're the lumpiest and the bumpiest. Look, gobs the chocolate. They leave the others flat. Keep practicing, honey. The best is what it's all about. Duncan Hines, the chocolatey, lumpy, bumpy, best
on Capitol. She was born to lead. He was born to conquer. But together, their passion would set the world on fire.
We were meant to be. I knew that the moment I rode over that hill and saw you standing by my tent.
Prince Ali, Sloane Denny, in the heat of it.
Well, actually, Holden, I'm not surprised. You see, that temporary accountant we hired was just no damn good.
Or was he just careless, or was he trying to skim some of the profits?
Well, we're checking into that. That's why I brought Sheldon out from the coast. But you don't need to worry. I mean, you're not responsible for any errors in the books prior to your going to work for the firm. Right, Sheldon?
Right. Well, listen, just initial any of your entries, and that way if there's an audit or an investigation, you'll be in the clear. I guess.
Yeah, sure. And then Sheldon will straighten out this whole mess when he closes out the books at the end of the corporate year in September.
I hate to wait so long. I know you don't want Ivor to look at these, but my brother Seth kept books for this big stockyard operation in Chicago. Maybe he could take a look at it.
Well, I think you'd just better let Sheldon handle this. You know, in case there are any questions, I wouldn't want the legal eagles to think that you and your brother conspired to doctor the books.
Okay, Mr. Channing, you're the boss. Sorry to take up so much of your time.
No problem.
By the way, this is a great place you got here.
Say, you wouldn't by any chance be looking for digs in town.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Hold it. Let's kill two birds with one stone. This place is paid for until mid-August. No sense having it go to waste.
You mean it?
Sure. Besides, this is a great place to entertain the ladies. Hey, maybe I can help you out in that department. Well, there's Laurie at the office, and then there's Denise. Ooh, sexy-looking model.
Thanks, Mr. Channing, but...
Nah, wait till you see how easy it is. All you have to do is pick up the phone, call room service, get booze, food. Don't worry about the cost. I'll just write it off on the company.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
Well, don't think too long, because I'm probably leaving tomorrow night.
All right. I'll talk to you. I'll let you know, all right?
Okay, bye-bye. I think the kid's in shock.
What makes me think you were not just being generous?
Oh, how did you guess? You know, anybody who would order room service and charge it to the company without an okay is probably somebody who would dip into the till and rig the books.
Did you ever think you might just be underestimating that kid?
Are you kidding? He's a hayseed, wet behind the ears.
All the same, I'm going to take these to my office and lock them up.
Tad Channing here.
I need to see you as soon as possible.
Well, the feeling is mutual. Will you be at your office in an hour?
You got it.
I'll be there. Denise, your timing is perfect as usual. Well, now, Miss Snyder, I didn't expect you to take me up on my invitation quite so soon.
Well, I'm sorry. It's kind of an emergency. Your secretary told me Holden was here.
An emergency? I see. Well, come right in.
Ambrose, how long does it take to find one miserable father?
Well, I've turned the case over to a very discreet detective agency in Kansas.
I don't need discretion at this point. I need speed. I've got to have something immediately to hold over Ida Snyder's head so she cannot threaten me anymore.
Lucinda, I still say you should leave well enough alone.
Oh, my old darling, you have no idea what I'm going through, have you? I mean, I have to just sit around here and watch my child shower love and devotion all over that Tobacco Road family. And that's not the worst of it. You know, Lily has confessed to finding Holden Snyder hot.
Well, that seems normal enough.
Ambrose, he's her uncle. I nearly had a coronary when I found that out. I rushed right down to the farm. I mean, what a situation. He tells me that he is not interested in her.
Well, then what's to worry about?
Ida Snyder's here.
Send her in.
Thank you. Oh, Mrs. Walsh, your secretary had called and said it was urgent.
Yes.
But please be brief, because I have to get back to the office.
Yes, I'll be very brief. Next month is Lily's 17th birthday.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
Of course you are. I want to do something appropriate. I want to do something special and in my house, if possible.
Shouldn't you be having this conversation with Lily instead of me?
If I talked to Lily at this juncture, she would probably insist on a barn dance.
Well, if that's what she wants.
No, it's not what I want. It's not what I want for her. Miss Snyder, it's very difficult being a mother. Now, Ambrose went out to her 17th birthday present, a trust fund from her father. Her dead father, and she wasn't very interested.
Maybe she thought it was a ploy to try to win her back, and if you would have gone out in person, maybe it would have worked better.
Oh, you mean I should go out to the farm? I should go where I feel like a chicken in the wrong coop.
You're welcome to our coop anytime, Mrs. Walsh.
Of course I'm welcome. I'm welcome to watch what you've done with my kid. I watch her being treated like a farmhand who's hoeing the corn all the time. Watch her as you brainwash her. The whole family are the most miserable people.
How dare you say the things to Iva like that?
Feel that softness in your style. Alberto Mousse, European styling foam.
Designed to hold your hair in any style with softness.
Ooh, Alberto Mousse. Feel that softness in your style.
Ooh, Alberto.
What a woman. Whatever the day brings, she's confident. FDS woman. She's confident, fresh, and nice to be near. FDS woman, so very confident. FDS for safe feminine deodorant protection every day.
Is he gonna eat Jif too?
Sure. It's got to be Jif for my guy. Or girl.
The difference is just being none of your taste. It says he means the world to me.
I'll teach him to make the Jif. All gone.
It's the nutty one for your special one with a taste for peanutty.
I remember choosing the peanut butter for his first taste. I tried all the big brands, and Jif had more fresh roasted peanut taste.
Peanutty difference in Jif.
We'll have to share if he's a girl.
This beautiful southern mansion is home to the world-class cuisine of Anthony's in Atlanta. Tonight, we're secretly replacing Anthony's freshly ground coffee with mountain-grown Folgers crystals. Will it be rich enough?
Rich tasting.
It has a good taste, a good aroma to it.
It's Folgers crystals.
Is it instant coffee? Really?
I would swear it was brewed coffee.
A very good coffee. Excellent.
Mountain-grown Folgers crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Jif Peanut Butter. For a fresh peanutty taste, choosy mothers choose Jif. And by rich, delicious, mountain-grown Folgers crystals. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Sunday, looking for a little larceny? Yeah! Something a bit shocking.
Are you suggesting?
Murder?
Exactly.
Look no further than Murder, She Wrote. Then, every year, hundreds of children disappear. This is one mother's shocking story.
She took them. She stole them.
We're onto a real scandal.
Missing Children, Sunday.
This is CBS.
Just a little slice of America. Wonder Bread. Just a part of life in America. Wonder Bread. All across the USA. 15 million times a day.
15 million times a day. America loves the taste of wonder.
Just a little slice of America. Wonder Bread.
It's a sassy, toe-tapping, fun-filled musical review. It's Bubbling Brown Sugar, starring Billy Daniels.
It's just incredible. You have to see it.
Fantastic, way too soon.
It's worth seeing every night. The show was amazing. I love Bubbling Brown Sugar.
At the Walnut Street Theater. Tickets at Box Office Ticketron or call 574-3586.
Stevie Wonder sings out against drunk driving. Plus, a preview of what's new at the video store on Entertainment Tonight.
Tonight at 7 on Channel 10.
Al Meltzer live at the Eagles training camp tonight. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Lily, it was my fault. Actually, I came here to discuss business with your mother.
Didn't sound like you were talking about business when I walked in.
Well, we got sidetracked. Actually, I came here to talk to her about the birthday party that I was planning to have at the farm for you.
Oh, Ivan, that's so sweet of you.
No,
Thank you.
no, actually, no, it was very selfish, and your mother had every right to get angry at me.
Why?
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 Because I have no right to tell you where to have your party or how to have
You're
it.
my best friend. You have every right.
Oh, well, I'm glad, but it is the most special day. It's their 17th birthday, and you should spend it
with Mother.
With Mother.
That's very understanding of you, Miss Snyder.
Well, yes, I would know how I would feel.
Thank you.
Well, you want to plan this party, that's wonderful, but why, how you don't have any right to say this about the fun.
Honey, you know me. You know me. Mea culpa, mea culpa. I get carried away. I had ideas. I had wonderful ideas, and what can I do to atone, darling? Miss Snyder, will you accept my abject apology?
No apologies necessary. I have to go.
Wait, let me walk you out. Mother, don't get enthralled in business. I have to talk to you about something.
Goodbye, Mrs. Walsh.
I don't think I could take much more of this, Ambrose. That was a narrow escape, Ambrose.
Indeed. Now, will you believe that Iva Snyder means you no harm?
No. No, she's just biding her time. Till the moment's ripe.
I finally found the name of that parole officer that you asked me to track down.
Jane? Yes. I am holding you entirely responsible. For what? People have been popping into my office all afternoon.
What people?
Lily just waltzed in.
Well, so what?
I don't pay you to be incompetent. Tad Channing came in and he was not announced.
If you will recall, you asked me to personally track down the name of that parole officer.
That is no excuse. If you don't want to stay at your desk voluntarily, I will get a chain and I will chain you to your desk. Get out. Damn spot. Ambrose, Tad Channing, when he was here, if he overheard even a part of what we were talking about, it's going to be hell to pay.
You sure you're allowed to drink this?
Oh, sure. We had wine at Dusty's birthday party, which was in March. And that was before I graduated, even.
Well, I guess I didn't realize just how sophisticated you are.
Yeah.
Make yourself comfy. Okay. It's nicer than my office, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Cheers.
Oh, thank you. You know, I never got a chance to tell you why I thought Iva and Mrs. Walsh hated one another so much.
Well, you know, the more I think about that, the more I realize that it's just really none of my business.
Oh, it's no big deal. It's just that Mrs. Walsh is jealous because Lily wants to spend so much time with Iva.
Makes sense. Excuse me. Tad Channing here. Yes, Holden.
Can I talk to him when you're done?
No problem. I'll reserve most of the morning for you. We'll go over everything you need to know. That's right. Oh, there's somebody here who wants to speak to you.
Holden?
What the hell are you doing there?
Well, at the moment, I'm drinking champagne.
Listen to me, Meg. Are you alone with Channing?
Sure, why?
Get out of there now.
What?
I mean it. The guy's a lech with women.
I can take care of myself.
Look, I know what I'm talking about. This isn't Dusty you're playing around with.
Look, Holden, can I come over to the office? I really need to talk to you.
I gotta go over to the Walsh site now. I can't hang around. Pretend I just said yes, though. Tell Channing that you're gonna come over here and meet me, and you have to come over here right away. Now do that, okay?
Okay. But look, there's something you gotta know. Dusty told Lily everything. I mean, everything. I'm afraid she's gonna spill the beans to Iva.
Well, find Dusty and have him stop her.
Well, that's a problem. Dusty is over at the Hughes for their service, and... Well, that's why I need you.
You're just gonna have to wait till I get home tonight. Okay, now just hang up this phone and get out of there as fast as you can. You hear me?
Okay, I will. I'll see you later. Well, gosh, it looks like I'm gonna have to run over to your office.
Oh, well, stay and finish your champagne first.
Oh, well, thank you, but really, I should be going.
What's your rush?
Oh, I'm glad so many people showed up back here after the service. I think it'll help Nancy.
Yeah, well, I think that Mr. Hughes would have liked it, too. I never seen anybody who loved people as much as he
I
did.
know. Let's go in.
Well, just a minute. There's something I have to tell you.
What?
I took the job in Chicago for Channing.
Oh, Well, what made you change your mind?
Well, maybe you did a good selling job.
Well, don't take it just because of me.
Well, there were other reasons. Channing is going back to L.A. It looks like tomorrow, baby. Which means that he's going to be out of the way.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you now because, tonight with Emily babysitting back home, I don't know whether we'll have time for our nice long talk.
Well, that's okay. Maybe it's just as well now.
What does that mean?
Well, it's been a really full day already, and well, let's go in.
Okay.
Oh, is Franny getting ready to go to New Haven?
She's upstairs packing.
How's Penny?
She's feeling better. She's up with Franny.
Yeah, well, she just seemed a little shook up by the service.
Yeah.
Well, I think this has been harder on Penny than anybody else because she's been away for so long. She regrets all the time that she spent away from her folks. Well, sometimes we wish we could go back and do things differently, I guess. Maybe. But I am sure of one thing. Nancy would never change a moment of her life with Chris. Look at that room. There is so much love there. It must be difficult for you to see them like that.
Yep.
Tonio, shouldn't you give the message from Mr. Channing to Barbara?
Yes, I'm glad you reminded me. Come with me. Excuse me, Barbara. Sierra just reminded me that Tad Channing wants to get in touch with you.
Oh, I'm sure it's about the plans for my factory. Thank you. I will get to him as soon as I can.
All right.
You know, I didn't have the privilege of knowing Chris Hughes for very long.
Well, he had a wonderful, warm sense of humor. Came out at the most unexpected times. Often when everybody else was feeling quite grim. Oh, Chris, he saw many of us through rough times. Including Lisa.
Well, she's very frank about the ups and downs in her life.
Well, it seems like she's definitely on the upswing now. She looks radiant. I'm glad she has you to enjoy it with.
Well, that's very generous coming from an ex-husband.
You know, Lisa gets people boiling mad sometimes. I know that for sure. But she rarely makes lasting enemies. She's a very special woman.
What are you doing? Looking at me. You make me nervous talking about me. Is that it?
Yes, as much as we can.
Can't trust you at all. Hey, come on, let's go be with Nancy, all right?
Grant, thank you for saying such thoughtful, loving things at the service.
Nancy is not difficult considering who inspired those words. I had so much respect for Chris. Not just as a lawyer, or even as a friend, but as a human being.
He was very fond of you, too, Grant.
Well, I'll always be grateful that you included me in your 50th wedding anniversary celebration. It's a wonderful way to remember him.
Yes, isn't it? That night meant a great deal to Chris. He sensed his time was short, but he was determined to make it to that milestone.
Do you have any regrets?
Not a day of regret. Wish there could be 50 more. I love you every day.
Who's to say there won't be 50 more?
I'll have that memory to treasure always.
This shine can't be beat. You can't get a brighter shine. You can't get a tougher shine. And you can't get a better shine from Future or from Bright. This shine only comes from Mop and Glow. New improved Mop and Glow. No shine, not even Future, not even Bright can beat it. Even on no wax floors, you can't get a brighter, tougher shine than new improved Mop and Glow.
Here's a wrench, Brian. Could I have the big screwdriver now?
Mom, I feel hot.
He's got a fever.
I'll get some aspirin.
No, children's Tylenol. It's what our pediatrician gives her own kids.
Most pediatricians trust children's Tylenol because it brings fever down fast.
Fever's gone.
Great.
Hey, Dad, can we fix my car now?
Trust children's Tylenol, the one most pediatricians give their own children.
When night leg cramps strike, get help from Dr. Scholl's with Legatrin. Unlike aspirin, it goes directly to the source of pain, relaxes knotted muscles, relieves cramps. Legatrin says goodnight to night leg cramps.
A little final net and you have a styling tool. A little final net and you have all the hold you need. A little final net goes a long, long way.
Some of my fleas will stop at nothing. Not even a flea collar. But my owner's smart. Fix those fleas with Scratch X Flea and Tick Shampoo. Scratch X can kill every flea it touches, even those flea collars don't. Scratch X kills them dead. Scratch X Shampoo.
My darling angel, that is what one's lawyer is for.
Mother, don't you think I would have liked to have heard about this $250,000 inheritance from you, not from your lawyer? I mean, you make a big deal with Iva about this birthday party, then you send Ambrose out to the farm to tell me about it.
We just look at life so differently sometimes. What can I do to make amends? Now, come on. Think of something. I know one thing I could do. Would you like me to invite the entire Snyder clan to come to your birthday party? Would you?
I don't even know if I want a party.
Tragic face. That is not my fault. That is not Mother's fault. Is that a dusty face?
He's part of it.
Is Holden part of it, too?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Holden's part of it.
How big a part?
Don't worry, Mother. Our stable boy doesn't have any interest in me. Just thinks I'm a kid. He doesn't even talk to me anymore.
Oh, baby.
Okay, I'm guarding the door with my life. What do I do about Tad Channing? Says he has an appointment?
Here. She's all yours. She's all yours.
Hey, not so fast. Well, don't you look fetching. Say, you still out at the Snyders?
Yes, I am.
Maybe you can do me a favor. Your pal Meg left my hotel suite so fast she left her purse. Tell her she can come and get it anytime.
Sure. I'll see you later.
Tad Channing, what was young Meg Snyder doing in your hotel suite?
Perfectly innocent, Lucinda. She was looking for her brother Holden. Say, why is your daughter living out at the Snyders anyway?
She's not living out there. She's staying. It's summer vacation.
Oh, of course.
Can we get down to work now?
With pleasure.
Hi, guys. Just looking for you.
You leaving?
There. Yeah, I am. Listen, Tom. Your family I admire a great deal, and your grandfather was at the center of it. A man we should all try to live up to.
We were just talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah.
Listen, thanks for being here, and thank you for staying so long. I know how hard it must have been with Sierra Antonio in there.
Oh, well, you know. They say if you keep getting exposed to poison ivy, after a while you can roll in the stuff without any effect at all, you know?
Oh.
A happier thought. I'm gonna go pick up Iva Snyder and take a swim in the swimming hole at the farm. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds great. I love you.
Bye-bye.
I forgot to say goodbye to Franny. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, Tony.
Antonio, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Montgomery.
My wife has told you that she's embarrassed by your attentions. The scene you caused at her lunch with Ted Channing was totally uncalled for.
I already apologized to Sierra, but if you like...
Yes, but you see, your apology seemed to be meaningless. I mean, just now she went back inside because she knew that you wouldn't leave her alone.
I'm not going to stand here and try to justify myself to you. But if you care about her, you'll keep her away from Tad Channing.
You see, I trust her much more with Tad Channing than I would with you.
Well, you're wrong. If she's lucky, which she often is, she'll manage to avoid Channing until he leaves town and no real harm will come to her. And if you're smart, you'll keep her away from him until he does leave town. Well, of course, I never gave you much credit for brains, did I?
I thought you were leaving, Craig.
He is, Carita.
What a mess. My daughter left a lipstick in her pocket, and before I even noticed, I washed it. I had to try something, so I grabbed Liquid Tide. Guess what? Not one mark of the lipstick remained. Thanks, Mrs. Judy Davis.
Can your liquid get out melted lipstick? Liquid Tide did. You'll be surprised at the things Liquid Tide gets out. Surprise yourself.
I said, clean my new fiberglass tub with Comet. And a leading fiberglass maker said, yes. I said, it'll scratch. And they said, this is new Comet. It's tough on stains and safer. Watch. Here's porcelain with greasy food stains and a delicate acrylic with soap film. Now, new Comet versus a leading scouring cleanser. They were scrubbed, then rinsed. The other cleanser left a stain and dull scratches. New Comet shows only clean. So then I said, new Comet still gets them cleaner. Now cleans them safer.
Lots more dishes to do and your suds fizzled out again. Think your bargain brand is really a bargain? Think again. One squeeze of an average bargain brand can clean only this many dishes. The same amount of Ivory Liquid cleans this many, and this many more, about twice as many. Ivory Liquid has longer lasting suds than the bargain brands, and those famous Ivory suds can leave hands feeling smooth. Ivory Liquid cleans about twice as many dishes, and that's the simple truth.
What stops leaking better than regular diapers?
Baby pants. See, they fit me just like little pants. Baby pants. All those droopy diapers just don't stand a chance. I'm dancing all about. If I could talk, I'd shout, 'cause I love my baby pants.
Hello. Tell the others. What? Brought you some chocolate-covered cherries.
Oh, thanks.
You can have them later. I hear you turned down a nice swim with Ivan Craig.
Well, two's company, three's a crowd, you know.
And it isn't fun being alone, is it? Oh, sweetheart. Just give Dusty a little time. He just needs time to think things through.
He's been doing a lot more than thinking, believe me.
It isn't easy, I know. You know, at your age, everything changes. One minute you're up, the next minute you're down. I know how it is.
I'll say.
Well, if ever there's anything you want to talk about with me, anytime, just you remember that I'm here. I've got lots of cherries.
Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot. I'll be downstairs to help you with supper in a minute. This is gonna ruin my appetite. That's okay.
Remember something else. I love you. And that will never change. I promise you that.
I'm gonna keep you to that promise, okay?
Okay.
Meg. Oh, Dusty, why'd you have to sleep with Meg? Oh, then why'd you have to change? Why are things so crazy?
Meg?
This place gets more beautiful every time I see it. That goes for you too, lady.
Oh, oh, Mr. Montgomery, such flattery. You're going to turn my head.
Now, I was dreading this afternoon with Sierra Antonio, and then it just didn't turn out the way I thought it would.
No?
Something happened that made it different than what I expected.
What?
You.
I'm glad.
Me too. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Should do it. I like doing business with you.
We aim to please.
Oh, gosh, if you really aim to please, would you do something before you go to L.A.? Call Ed Brewster, tell him to get off his butt and call in those mortgages on the Snyder farm.
I think I'll leave that to you.
No. You haven't forgotten our agreement.
Speaking of agreements, I had Sheldon draw this up. It's all legal and binding, and I think it's self-explanatory.
Well, I'll show it to Ambrose in the morning, all right, and get back to you.
I don't think...
Why are you dragging your feet about the Snyder farm?
I don't think Ambrose needs to look at this. It's just a simple statement saying you owe me an additional $3 million on the completion of the tower. Sign.
You're stark raving mad.
Sign.
I mean, you've gone round the bend.
Sign.
I will not.
Or I'll drive out to that mortgaged Snyder farm and tell your precious Lily that Iva's her real mother.
Anyway, Chris was determined to just once surprise Nancy on her birthday. Well, it was all arranged, a big party at our house. We were all sworn to secrecy.
And then that night you showed up at our doorstep. You were sure that he'd forgotten your birthday because Chris had walked out of the house that morning and not mentioned it. And then you walked in the house and you saw all the decorations.
Oh, I remember, and I was so touched I cried, but I still didn't know where Chris was.
Oh.
But later, the party was in full swing. Chris called from the office. He was really worried. He'd been trying to get Nancy at home. No answer.
He not only forgot your birthday, you forgot the whole party that he planned.
I was with him in court, and he wandered around all day saying he had his calendar marked with something, but he couldn't remember.
I think it's the only time I can remember his ever forgetting something that was important to his family.
That's the truth. You know, he was always interested in whatever we were into, right?
Yeah, usually trouble.
Heaven help all of us if we didn't appreciate all of the accomplishments of his 3 children.
Yeah, but he never forgot to tell us when we were wrong, right, Mom?
Well.
I had such a wonderful talk with him right after Christina was born.
Oh, well, I know. He was always supportive of all of us. He sat me down after the trial, insisted I should put the whole nightmare behind me and get on with the business of having our little baby.
Oh, we are blessed. Twice blessed. Kim and Bob are going to give us a new little Hughes baby, and Don and Mary have given us Christina.
And a beauty she is.
And life goes on.
Thrice blessed, Grandma.
Oh!
You can expect another little baby who's around the end of January.
Son, that's terrific. Wait a minute now. If we have a boy, Christopher is our name, right? Okay.
Well, if it's a boy, I think it could be named after another wonderful man. Thomas Christopher Hughes, Jr.
And if it's a girl, well, I guess she'll be stuck with Margot's middle name.
What is Margot?
Wouldn't Chris have loved this to be a great-grandfather, to see his family all together like this, laughing and happy? A remarkable living memory to a remarkable man.
I say no.
Oh, you can't have a baby that. Have it in the family.
I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you.
I think we ought to go to the Senate. You should always get a thing for the rest.
Only one Nancy in the whole wide world for me.
Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always.
Salon perm?
No, Ogilvy.
Salon perm.
No, Ogilvy.
Salon perm?
No, Ogilvy Home Perm. Ogilvy has a special protein-enriched pre-perm conditioner. It helps put your hair in its best possible condition before perming. For a home perm that looks like a salon perm with lots of body that lasts and lasts, try Ogilvy Home Perms with protein-enriched pre-perm conditioner.
You can't get a softer, safer swab than Q-tips. Q-tips has 50% more cotton at the tip. You don't know that, but I bet you can feel it. Q-tips, a swab by any other name just isn't the same.
Vaseline, petroleum jelly.
A super skin smoother, gentle makeup remover. A diaper rash preventer, dry line quencher. Smooths away the sun, soothes chafing on the run.
Vaseline works so many ways.
As if you hadn't had any sleep last